I was really inspired by this pigment right here. This is the Timaree pigment in the shade Noob. I wanted this all over my lid. And this is what we ended up with. Iconic, honestly. What was I gonna say? Hi, how you doing? I totally just like skipped over the intro and that, but I mean, you could just tell I'm super excited for today's look. I really have nothing to say for this intro besides I wanted to get crazy, so I got real crazy. I want to do another look. I'm thinking like a purple smoky eye with this pigment all over the lid. I'm just like, in my head, I have like all these ideas shooting off. In this video, I'm going to be doing my eyes as well as my base makeup. Iconic. Honestly, look at how stunning that is. I am in love with how this came out. So I hope that you enjoy. Definitely don't forget to stay tuned until the very end of the video where I will do it up close to my makeup for you guys. That way you can see the true beauty of the blend. And if you're curious about the products I use to achieve this makeup and how I use them, you're definitely going to want to keep on watching. So here's what we're working with today. I wanted to get crazy, so I got crazy. I haven't used this palette. I think I've only used it once since I bought it. This is the Plouise All I See Is Signs, the extended version. So this is the original color story, and then of course they did incorporate the drawer. So it does come all the way out, by the way. I wanted to whip this baby out. So this is what we're gonna be doing. I did already prime this side, so let me just tap that base out. I'm gonna start by taking this tiny packing brush with the shade, what is this? Mantra. This one right here, Mantra. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make sure that I start so that way when I do like under my eye, I could just connect it all together. So I'm really gonna just start with like the shape, like shaping everything out. So of course I want to put this in my crease. I'm gonna shape it like as if I was doing a cut crease, and then I'm just gonna connect this line. I find this to be the easiest way to really get this kind of shape, is to essentially map it out first. I'm gonna take a Blend Bunny Before brush. Oh, there's a hair on me. You ever get that feeling like you have hair on you but you think it's a bug? Same. I'm gonna take shade Subconscious, which is this beautiful one here. And I'm gonna start just blending the edge of this whole shape out. I'm not gonna worry about inside because as you can see, I pretty much just smack a pigment down on it. So I'm really gonna focus all of these shades just on the outside of this shape. I'm going to make sure that everything's kind of coming to a point right here. Stunning. I'm going to take the original color story and I'm going to take this pinky coral shade called Universe. And then I'm going to do this, like, essentially the same thing. I'm just going to blend the whole outer edge with this shade. And everything, like I said, is coming to a point out here in this corner. And I'm not worried about blending anything too much. I'm just kind of laying the colors down and then I'll reblend them. But tell me that shape isn't chef's kiss. I'm going to take this small fluffy doll beauty brush. And I don't really want to change the color, but I do want to lighten it up a little bit. So I'm going to take shade Money Fest, which is right next to that coral. And I'm going to use this to blend that final shade out, and then after I'm done laying this down, I'll just go back in between all of the colors till they're properly blended, because some of the colors kind of get lost as you get lighter, so you want to make sure that you're always rebuilding your pigment. perfect. I'm going to take a little bit of my Plouise cut carver and I'm just going to kind of clean this line up so it's nice and sharp. Now I'm going to take the pastel color case and I'm just going to take this pink shade to give the, I just need like a base, like a tacky base for my pigment. So the pigment that I'm using is the Timaree pigment in the shade Nude. It's this beautiful like purple. Look at that. This is the Highshine pigment. So I'm just going to take a packing brush. So I'm just going to kind of keep packing it down until it's as pigmented as I wanted. But I'm not going all the way. Then I'm going to take the Unearthly Immortal Eyeliner. This is the Hex set. And I'm going to take shade Tonic. And that's this. This is so stunning. This pigment is what inspired this look. I'm going to be going in with the Maybelline 24-Hour Superstay Foundation today. I have made such a good dent in this foundation. I want to try to use her up. I actually spent a lot more time in the sun this summer than I previously ever have. And so I think this is actually a good match even without like my pigment to lighten it up. I love that for me. Slight tan. Yeah, that's like the perfect shade. Alright. Stunning. I'm going to take the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. This one is shade Tan Walnut. So, I was looking at Blend Bunny's story, which I don't know why this didn't click right away, but this little angled brush from the set is a nose contour brush. Like, obviously, I don't know why I didn't think of that right away. I just feel like, since I didn't do makeup for a while, I just have no, my brain was like not in the game, but like, look at that. Absolutely. This is from Blend Bunny's newest set, their newest launch. Yes. Snatched. I'm not going to like contour, so I'm not going to use like that gray tone. I'm just going to bronze. I'm going to keep everything nice and warm. I don't really feel like I need to be chiseled, so I'm just gonna snatch it up. I think the perfect blush for this look is gonna be the Patrick Ta Double Take Cream to Powder Blush. This one's shade She's Vibrant. Facts. So I'm gonna start with the cream. And of course I'm gonna do this before my concealer because she is indeed vibrant. What, babe? What happened to the ice cream cone you just had? Huh? If I go downstairs and ice cream's on the floor, you're cleaning it up, bud. Huh? For my concealer today, I'm going to be taking two. I'm going to be taking the Lancome Teint Idole and the Huda Beauty Faux Filter. So the Lancome one is just a little bit darker. So I kind of just do like the ombre concealer. So I'm just going to put like this. And then with the Huda Beauty one, because this one's lighter, put this in my inner corner. center of the forehead, and then I'm just going to go ahead and mix these two together on my chin because I don't want it to be too bright on my chin. So I was just kind of mix it and then take whatever's left on the sponge, kind of just chisel this part out. To set my face, I'm going to take the HNB Soft Focus Loose Powder. Well, I think I'll just use this to set my under eyes, and I think I'll use the Juvia's Place Powder Foundation for the rest of my face. So I use the puff to set the center of my face, and then I'm going to use a big fluffy brush to use the powder, and I'm just going to gently tap it where I want to set. And this is an unearthly brush. I'm going to take the Makeup Revolution, what is this, the Bronzer Reloaded. I feel like this is kind of like a little bit of a dewy kind of bronzer. I'm just gonna use this to set that bronzer I already have in place, kind of just make sure it's set. I really don't need as much powder bronzer as like I do the rest of my base, just because like I'm so pale. Little bronzer goes a long way for me. And then I'm going to take the powder part of my blush here. Just to make sure that that is set in place. Whenever I'm powdering my face, I don't set my bronzer or my blush because I already know I'm going to be going in with powders over the creams. So I don't really need that much powder in those areas. I want to make sure that I'm keeping everything nice and vibrant. And using a cream and a powder also makes sure that it lasts longer. And then I'm going to set my face with the Milk Hydro Grip Set Refresh Spray. Since I decided to go in with the Plouise palette, I wanted to go in with the Plouise highlighter. I think we're gonna have to go with, I think I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. As you can see, it's pink. I've been kind of wearing my makeup like out and about. I gotta go pick up my kiddos from school, so I've been wearing this to see how it holds up like in the heat. And I find my makeup does pretty well because I do use so much powders. Like, you know, sweating isn't too bad. I think there's certain like mixtures of powders and foundations that I use that they don't do well like with my sweating. But I've been pretty pleased with my makeup over the summer for like full face sweat proof, you know what I mean? Every time that I've been sitting down to film, my kid has been getting into my camera. So then there's like always something wrong. But I've been figuring it out. So I'm hoping that this video that there's no problems. I wanted the eyes to be the center of attention today. So I just went with like a super simple nude lip. I went in with the LA Girl Perfection Lip Liner in the shade Sugar and Spice. And then the Mikayla's Glamlite, the original gloss, the little nudie one. And honestly, I love this lip liner. And then just like a gloss. You guys know me. I'm a glossy girl. So here is the completed look. I'm very, very happy with my decision to do the purple and the red. And I'm very excited. I was like very excited to play around more with the Unearthly Immortal eyeliners because I think I've only used them like 2 or 3 times. And it's a really good, nice, like smudge-free formula. And honestly, the colors are just so pretty. I think everything just came together really well, and I'm very, very happy with the outcome. What do you guys think? She's iconic. I love a good punchy blush, and then the Plouise highlighter, just so pretty. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Definitely don't forget to like and subscribe if you like me, and if you like my content. Without further ado, we're gonna go right on ahead, Roll the clip.